Hi guys, Renee here with Zesty Life Mentoring, and today for our Chaos to Order program, we're going to be talking about organizing your bedroom. So this is a really fun space in our home, and sometimes it can be kind of the collector spot and the gathering spot, and it can sometimes be a little bit of a struggle to keep it organized and detailed. So I have got some ideas here on the bedroom we're going to talk about. And I know that for me, my bedroom was like my safe haven. It was my beautiful place for years where I would go to relax. It was where I'd go to read my scriptures. It was there where I'd go to have a peace and quiet. Invariably, the kids would find me, but I would start out there. And it was like the kind of the hub of the home for a time. Especially Saturday mornings, the kids would all pile in bed, and we loved that time. But at the same time, it kind of caused struggle because the kids would bring toys in, and all kinds of things would get, kind of played havoc in our bedroom. So we made a very conscious effort to have it be a place of peace and a place of comfort and a place for just mom and dad. So we didn't tell the kids they couldn't come in, but they weren't no longer allowed to bring toys. So like on Saturday morning, if they brought a stuffed animal or something, that was fine, but they had to take it with them the moment they leave, the moment they walk out of our room. And no longer were Legos allowed in our bedroom or any other toys. They weren't allowed to play in our room because it was our sanctuary. It was our special place and our romantic place. Like, how can it be romantic if you've got toys on the floor and your poor husband is stepping on Legos as he goes to get to the bathroom or, comes to the bed or whatever? You can't, that doesn't work. And so we chose to not have any toys in our room. It was not allowed. We also said that there were no longer any children's clothes around in our bedroom. So in the beginning part of our married life, for probably the first 8 to 10 years, there was always laundry in our room, always. I would do the laundry and then I would bring it to the bedroom and I would start to fold it and then I would get sidetracked and I would run to array. And invariably at the end of the night, there were still clothes that needed to be folded on the bed, and we would just chuck them on the floor or put them on a chair or something. And even the ones that got folded sometimes would get stacked up in places. I don't know if you guys do this, but it was awful. And once we got our laundry system going, this was very easy to tell the children no longer were clothes allowed in our room. Now, we did have a great big huge sunken bathtub that the kids loved to come and take a bath in. If they did, they had to take their clothes out. They could not put their clothes in our dirty laundry. They had to take their dirty laundry and put it in their dirty laundry basket, either in their bedrooms or in the main bathroom, but they were not allowed to have them in our room. And that was just a huge rule, and we stuck to that like stone. So they weren't allowed to bring stuff. If they wanted bath toys, that was fine, but they had to take the bath toys out with them and put them back in the main bath as soon as they got done. They couldn't do it. It was just not allowed. That was very strict. And by being this strict with it and being very dedicated to keeping our space, our private space, it made our room feel like it was more of our safe haven and our special romantic place. So, we had, for a long time, we had kind of a scruffy looking comforter that was old, and it wasn't really something that we both enjoyed. And so I started purchasing really nice comforters and pillow shams and, made it look beautiful. I decorated beautifully so that we could have it be really nice and so that we could have it be something. Oh, I'm running out of steam here. My battery's gonna die. Hold on. I've got to plug in. I didn't realize I was so low. Okay, there we go. All right, so by doing this, it helped tremendously because we were able to have something nice for ourselves. When we came into the bedroom, it felt beautiful. It felt lovely. And especially for me, like it was so much nicer to climb into bed with cozy blankets and covers and a big fluffy comforter, and it felt nice. I didn't want to ruin the comforter. You know, I didn't want to like be laying all over it during the daytime all the time. And so that kind of kept me out of bed too. Like there were times when I would run away to the bedroom and I would stay in the bed, not necessarily under the covers, but I would lay on top of the bed and, you know, get my scriptures out and do all that. And I still could if I wanted to, but it wasn't quite as often because I loved the way my bed looked, which meant that I was out with the kids in the living room and I was studying out there, which was good because they got to see me study more often. And